Alrighty, good day all. A bit of a vlog here. This is a Sunday vlog. Nice steady ride. Just heading up the Wynnum Manly Esplanade. Just about to turn onto it now. This is the where the video I did last weekend. This is exactly the same road where we were sat on the back of a little group, taking it easy, just pushing out about 150 watts. Whereas this time we're on the front, so there's myself, Alf and Mark, and then there's a few other riders that have tagged on the back, thinking, oh well, they'll have a little easy ride along, same as what we did the weekend before. And now it's slightly different, as you will see. I'm actually get up to pushing out around 320, 350 watts. At the minute, this bit's not too bad, you know. It's the wind wasn't blowing, it wasn't too much of a headwind at the minute, so it's just nice and easy, just a nice steady pace, make it easy and comfortable for everyone. But then when we get a bit further on, this is about a 4.5k section, I think, but a bit further on, when we turn one of the corners, that is when the headwind hits us like a wall. But for the time being, it's nice. So it was good being up the front at this point, not too difficult, just nice and steady. I did actually an indoor trainer session yesterday on Zwift, good old Zwifteroonies. Did 100k, so I did my first 100k's on the indoor trainer. Now I have said in the past that I don't think I'd be able to do 100k's on the indoor trainer, but to be absolutely honest, it wasn't as bad as I thought. It wasn't too bad. I just sat on around 200 watts for the whole ride and just took it steady. I was on there for a bit over 3 hours, 3 hours 10 or something like that, and just set myself a nice pace, got into a nice rhythm, and it was alright. It went pretty quick. The reason why I did that on the Saturday was because it's absolutely lashing it down with rain, so we didn't get out on the road, and we don't ride in the rain, although today was almost a no-go. It had forecast rain, but when we woke up, sent the text round, we'll still go. It was very overcast and we were maybe not going to go. As you can see, the roads were a bit wet here and there, but fortunately for us, we did not get wet at all, so it was good fun. But the indoor trainer was good. I enjoyed that actually. It was nowhere near as bad as I thought. Not sure why the boys dropped off a bit there. I just keep ploughing on. You see, when we come to a little section like this where it gets a little bit busier, you know, the boys get a little bit, oh look, watch this car door, look, so signal out, but they get a little bit more aware, I guess, as I just keep ploughing on. As long as there's nothing that is actually going to physically stop me, like pop out the other end there, a bit of a big breath in. They catch back on in a sec, so I didn't realise that they'd actually dropped off the back. So I slow down and let them catch back on. So Alf jumped on, and we just wait for the others to come along. So Alf goes up and has a bit of a go on the front. When you're on the front, you've got to be the eyes and ears for everyone. You know, you see, if I'm following someone, especially someone I know like these guys, I just trust that when they give you the right hand signals or they shout something out or whatever, you follow it, yeah? Because obviously I can't see exactly what is in front of Alf now, you know, so you've got to rely on them. They are your eyes and ears. I mean, you've got to obviously be aware still, but you still to some degree have to trust them, because there you go, look, Mark's dropped off the back, and this is one of the reasons why you've just got to trust the guys in front, because you know, when you're hitting along what we're doing now, we're doing about 40k's an hour. We're into a massive headwind now as well. This is pretty hard headwind. Always is along this section. That's a little corner I was telling you about, that when we go around and you hit the headwind. But Mark jumps back on, and so do the other guys behind. I'm not sure who the guys are behind Mark, but anyway, they're enjoying a nice steady ride without any wind, but you do have to be mindful that when you are in the front, you are responsible for the guys behind you. You've got to really point things out and be 100% focused. So when I'm on the front now, I'm watching everything, you know. Like now I've signalled, just put my left arm behind and pointed and said we're going around someone, so it just shows everyone's aware of it, you know, and they can all take a wide berth. So you do have to be well and truly, I'm looking well and truly ahead of myself here, 50, 60 metres ahead all the time, scanning the cars, like all these parked cars, I'm scanning them for heads moving, have a look in the mirrors, see if you can see a face there, just in case someone opens the door, like earlier on the ride you saw that woman get out of the car. Just got to be on the toes all the time. But all good. But anyway, here we are. Look, there you go. Look, told you, but back up to 300 odd watts. 300 odd watts up the front into a headwind, as opposed to last weekend about 150 watts. I was sat on the very back and taking it nice and easy. Thank you very much. You know, so it does go to show you when you're on the front, you really are having to put out some power. You know, but it's good fun anyway. I enjoy it. I don't mind a bit of a headwind. A good old headwind makes you work. You know, gives you, it's like climbing a hill. You know, makes you work. Gives you a good workout. So it's good fun. But this is coming up to about the end of our little segment. This was the only effort we did. The ride in general was just a nice, steady, easy ride. This was the only big effort we did really. Ploughed along here, and then we're about 20 minutes away from a nice flat white coffee at the end. So that is it, all done. You got any questions or comments, you can post them down below. The most popular question I get actually is, what camera do I use? What software? So I use a Garmin Verb Elite on the front, on the rear the Fly 6, and the software I use is Pinnacle Studio 18. I just thought I'd throw that one in there because I constantly get asked it. If I had $1 for every time I answered that question, I'd be a multi-millionaire. See you later.